Okay, everything what was good comes to an end. Welcome to the closing session of the 16th SDEWES conference. I was a little bit edgy about how this will go. We are living in the times of Corona and organizing a hybrid meeting. It was looking to be very complicated, but I think we managed. I'm very happy. I hope you are happy. Who is happy? Good. I would like to thank our organizers, but I'm not getting it on the screen, the presentation. I would like to thank organizers of the conference, University of Zagreb and Instituto Superior Tehnico, as well as our executive organizers, International Center for Sustainable Development of Energy, Water and Environment Systems. Also, I would like to thank our long-term sponsors of the conference, and let me go a little bit into some details on how we organized this conference. There was 215 on-site participants and 402 online participants from 56 countries and 6 continents. 219 papers were presented on-site orally in 38 regular and 6 special sessions, plus 7 invited lectures and a panel. 6 presentations were not carried out, so this is not allowed. We will probably have to cancel these presentations unless authors moved online and they have a very good explanations what happened. We need to have program presentations presented. SDEWES does not allow not presenting, skipping the presentation. They all get cancelled. There was 5 live side events and 1 project exchange event, which will be tomorrow after we close the conference. Please come. There were 669 online presentations available, and 3 were not supplied, so these 3 were cancelled. Because if you don't allow your paper to be seen by other participants, sorry, we have to cancel it. We will prolong the virtual conference for 1 week, because you guys here didn't have time to answer all your questions online, because you were very busy working with us here on site. So we decided to prolong it until the next Friday. You have time to answer the questions, but the questions must be answered. If you don't answer the questions, you're cancelled. You need to answer the questions. So hopefully during the next week you will have a very fruitful discussion with the other participants, and we had 2,400 comments already on the virtual platform. I'm very happy, but since we are now prolonging it, I expect another 2,000 comments next week. This is a very fruitful way to exchange thoughts with other participants. Also, the most popular papers on our virtual platform are currently these. And the first one, large-scale hydrogen production using something, has 150 comments. Is there author here? Anyway, he has the right for applause. This is really impressive to get so many comments. I'm very happy to see that. Among the commenters, the best participant, the most fruitful participant is Ms. Bujuria Hoja with 34 comments. She is, of course, online participant. Isn't that so? Okay. she had a whole week to do comments. So I hope you will be better than her. Okay, so what happens now with your papers? If your papers are archival papers, they were reviewed by now, and you have received an email asking you about ranking the journals. And we have lots of journals, which are our partner journals, and maybe 20 of them, not all of them, will have a special issue with this conference. Some of the journals are oversubscribed. So the problem that will appear if you rank the journals, top journals on the 3 first places, you will not get any of them unless you're lucky with the first one. If the first journal is double oversubscribed, you have a 50% chance. Of course, guest editors will now select papers, but it might be a good thing to play some kind of theory of games with your choices. So we will send you another mail. We have made this table of ranking available to corresponding authors, which have to log in with their corresponding author email, not other emails. Everybody has several accounts, but only corresponding author email account is actually able to access this table. And you can see it on your author page on the bottom. And then think about re-ranking the journals so you increase your chances. Once we finish this ranking thing in a week time, I hope by Friday we will close down the ranking, next Friday. Then we will ask guest editors to do selection. And once the selection of papers on the first rank is done, we will open second rank for editors to select, etc., etc., etc. And then when all the papers are selected, archival papers selected, we will start inviting papers to the journal. Regarding the conference papers, we might also invite some of them if we think they are good for some of the startup journals that we have here as partner journals. So if you have written a paper and submitted the conference paper, you might possibly also expect an invitation, but it will come a little bit later than all these archival papers in the beginning. Also, I would like to reiterate that SDEWES has its own journal, SDEWES, which now has a site score 3.7 in Scopus, so it's quite a reasonable level. And you are invited to send good papers to the journal also, because we need good papers. We now have lots of papers, but I have to reject 90% of them. We need better papers. To improve our impact factor and enter Science Citation Index. I would like to thank everybody in the local organizing committee. So please raise up the local organizing committee: Goran, Zvonimir, Antun, Filip, Hrvoje, Goran, Ana, Luka, Vladimir, Andrea, Ana Maria, Marko, Hrvoje, Tomislav, Irma. Thank you all for organizing this conference. Thank you. But we have finished this conference, yes, successfully, but we are now going to think about the next year and what we have prepared for the next year. So I would like to ask Professor Kledi Georgiou to come to the floor to present the next year's Southeast European Conference in Vlora in Albania, which will be held in May. Can we have a presentation for Vlora?
Ladies and gentlemen, it's a great pleasure to be here in front of you and present the next conference, which will be held in this beautiful city of Vlora in the south of Albania. My name is Kledi Georgiou. I come from the University of Tirana, Faculty of Natural Sciences, Department of Chemistry. And I'm partaking in SDEWES since 2009. So this is my fourth presentation in this conference. Now I want to present the next conference. So, okay, what is Vlora, or as it is known, Valona or Avlona? These are possible names used. It is actually the third city of Albania with a population of almost 200,000 inhabitants. And it has an ancient history with the old name or ancient name, Aulona. And that is the reason it is called as Avlona or Valona. The city is situated in the southwestern part. Oh, sorry.
Can we get some help with the presentation? Probably it was the wrong side.
Yes. Second time? So this one. Here is the city shown in the map. It has a very nice bay, as you can see from the picture. And the city, of course, has a very new promenade and looks like this during the evening. So it has a lot to offer for the tourists. I will show the nice pictures of it. Let's start from the old town. This is the part of the old town of Vlora, which you can enjoy during the evening time. And of course, it has nice bars. The next picture is about the nature of Vlora. A lot of nice beaches, so wonderful nature. Professor Dujic can testimony it during his visit there. And Vlora has a very nice lagoon. And in this lagoon, it has a wonderful island called Zvarnec. And in this island, we have an ancient monastery. So all of you are invited, of course, during your stay there to visit it. Yeah. Okay. Quite close to Vlora, about 50 kilometers part of it, in the city of Fier, we have an archaeological site which originates from an ancient town called Apollonia. And this was previously an Illyrian city and then occupied by the Greeks, and it was a Greek colony for a long time. And you can just notice this from the buildings shown in the picture. Regarding the history, close to Vlora, it was the castle of Ali Pasha. You might have heard from history about this. Let's say Pasha, which originated from Ottoman Empire, and he had a lot of power in the Balkans. So one of the castles, a very famous one, which was built, was Ali Pasha's castle at Porto Palermo. As you can see, it is situated in this small peninsula close to Vlora. And of course, it is advisable to visit it, and it is not too far. The other part of Vlora is that it is also our city of independence from Ottoman Empire. In 1912, we proclaimed independence, and this is the house where the independence was proclaimed. This is the monument of independence, and this is the house, of course, of independence, and the flag which was used at that time. The modern one is slightly different from this ancient flag. Quite close to Vlora, we have a mountain which is, let's say, quite high, about 1,000 meters, and at this mountain you can find very nice touristic places where you can find a mixture between nature and, of course, the seaside, which I will just show now. So this is the part of the mountain, and you start to travel then to Vlora from it. This is the way. And of course, it offers a lot of possibilities, especially paragliding. So people who would like to have some adrenaline through these sports are advised, of course, to take it. So this is the paragliding from the top of the mountain. And the direction of paragliding, of course, are decided by the people themselves. And let's say the company which offers it, of course, can fit the traveling and the direction of paragliding according to the desires or necessities of the people. An interesting part of Vlora is this submarine or underwater parks, which are ancient but also new ones. There are a lot of tourists which want to visit these wonderful parks and to dive. And this is a good chance, of course, for all of you if you are interested to do it. Except these diving possibilities, there is also military museum, and this is a picture of one of the Albanian submarines. From Warsaw Pact, we were separated at the time with 4 submarines, which were fully in use until the years 90, and then 3 of them were not anymore, and the last one was kept just as a museum, and this is as called Albania's Pride, submarine 105. And there is also a movie about this submarine. So this was everything about Vlora, and I find here the place to invite all of you to the next conference in Vlora. Thank you.
Thank you, Kledi, for an excellent presentation of the next Southeast European SDEWES. And the call is already open, so you can immediately submit your abstracts. Can I get back to the other presentation? Okay. And then we are thinking about going to São Paulo. It's not moving. Okay. Now we have it frozen. Okay, I will continue to speak. We are thinking of going to São Paulo in July next year, but we are still not 100% sure because Brazil is still a bit under corona crisis. It's not yet so open as Europe. So we are not completely certain, but we are hoping. But I would guess that still next year it would be more healthy not to do too many intercontinental flights. not to mix all these variants too much. But we have very good following in Latin America, so this conference will be for them. And then we are also finalizing the deal about 17th SDEWES conference in Cyprus, most probably in Paphos in November 2022. So you have a choice of 3 conferences, again, lots of special issues, and I hope to see you at least at one of those conferences. A nice picture. Thank you very much. See you next year. Bye.